Well, good morning, guys. Today is the video is for Monday. You could use this video for both days. This is Mr. Herman's math page again, talking to you. This is for Monday and Tuesday. We're going to be talking about how to find missing lengths of right triangles using the Pythagorean Theorem. And of course, the Pythagorean Theorem was developed by Pythagoras over about 2,500 years ago when they had basically dirt sticks and rocks. There was not actual paper as we know it. And he still figured this out. Kind of remarkable. So let's go ahead and start the first problem. The homework's going to be based on problems just like these. So the first two are going to be this one here and the one underneath it here are going to be based on finding the length of a, just seeing if the lengths form a right triangle. So you got three lengths given, and are they a right triangle? You have to write yes or no, but you got to do some math first, of course. You can't just write yes or no. So to do that, we're going to start by using the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Some of us have been exposed to this in class already. Others have not been. So we're going to say that the longest side, this is always going to be c. Whether it's in this place or not, it could be over here. But this is always c. It's the longest side. These two are interchangeable. So let's say 6 squared plus 8 squared equals 12 squared. And all we're doing is substituting these in. And now we're going to evaluate these. So 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. And 12 squared is 144. Really what we're doing is kind of saying, hey, does this equal in the end? You know, it's kind of a question mark the whole way down. When we get to the bottom, we'll know if it does or not. So now we add 36 and 64. That gives us 100. And you can see that, well, look at here. They don't equal. Doesn't work. If they don't work, that means this is not a right triangle, so then you write no. And again, we want to make sure we show some work, not just write yes or no. Okay. The next one, here's another one just like that again. We have here, and this one's going to be a one where it just, again, does the same thing. So these are going to be decimal versions, so let's try this one. So 2.5, we're going to do the same thing over here. We'll try up here, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And our longest side, it looks like it's 6.5 in this case, so this will be c. These are a and b. The c is always the longest side. So I'll say 2.5 squared plus 6 squared equals 6.5 squared. And that's going to be 2.5 squared is 6.25. 6 squared is 36. And again, we're asking ourselves with a question mark, is this going to be true the whole way down? 6.5 squared, that's 36. Plus 6 is 42. I better double check that on the calculator. I think it's 42.5. You know what? I don't know. We better double check that. 6.5 squared. 42.25. I was close. 42.25. Now we're going to add these two together. So 6.25 plus 36. And that equals 42.25. Oh, this does equal out. So this is a right triangle. This one does equal out. So it's a yes. Again, you want to show work to show whether if it does equal, it's a yes. If it doesn't equal, it's a no. And that's what happened on this first one. The next one we're going to do is going to be checking to find missing sides now. So this one here, we're going to simply be saying, find the missing side. Well, in this case, we again have to decide what's a, b, and c. So it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we have these two sides here. Well, this is the longest side. If you don't know how to find it, just take your right angle right through here and point right there. That's C. That's the longest side, is how you know. Some students, I know a few in the first class and second class, they went through and did that first in the worksheet before they did anything else. They found out which side was the longest side, and then they did the problems. And that was a really good idea, I thought, too. So this is A or B, and these are interchangeable. So A squared plus B squared. Oh, I already wrote that down, sorry. So A squared is going to be 3 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. 3 squared is 9. 8 squared is 64. And 9 plus 64 is 73. And now this is not going to be a perfect square. So we're going to take our calculator, and here's what we're going to do. Here's how I do this in class. I've showed you guys this many times. I take the amount here, and I take the square root of it, but I do that by taking it to the half power. It's a little bit of a shortcut. So take 73 caret, and you can't really see that well, but 0.5. And that's 8.544. It's going to go on forever. It's irrational. So 8.5 4, let's go like that. For now, it goes on forever, of course, equals C, or is approximately equal to C. And then we're going to try and round our answers to the nearest tenth. So we're going to say C is about 8.5. And there are no units here, so we'll just say units. Now we're going to do one that's a little different. This one's not going to have C missing this time. So we have something else missing. So let's try this one. Here we've got, we can see that there's the same process. We're going to use the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's our Pythagorean theorem that Pythagoras so generously created many years ago, 2,500 years ago. With this here, we're going to take that and identify the longest side. So here's our right angle. So take your right angle and just extend it right through this corner, this diagonal here, and go like that. So this is C right here. That's the longest side. So we're missing this one right here, which is A or B. Doesn't matter, so I'll call this A, call that B. So I've got 5 squared plus B squared equals 13 squared. That's going to be 25 plus B squared equals 169. Now notice this time I can't just take the square root first. First thing I got to do is I got to get this B squared term isolated by itself. So to do that, I'm going to do minus 25 from both sides. And again, some classes have been doing this with me the last week before school was let out there, of course, for the break, the extended break with coronavirus. But we are now working on something new for one class. That will be, I think, 4th period. It has not done this yet. So again, try to watch these videos and pay attention if you're in 4th period especially. So 169 minus 25 is 144. And of course, ask questions too. Always on the, you can ask questions privately or the whole class. And then here's our calculator, so I'm going to go ahead now and put in there 144 caret 0.5, which is of course 12. Now don't forget that that's exactly 12. It's not an approximation, okay? Don't forget that when you're doing this too, you can kind of use your brain a little bit here. I mean, we should know that 144 is 12 times 12. So keep that in mind. If you know them, you don't need to calculate for this last step. Like in the first one, though, there's not too many of us that would know that number. It's an irrational amount. But in this one, you might have known this one. Okay? So that's going to be 12 units. So go ahead and try the homework assignment. We're going to spend it over 2 days. We'll do probably the odds on the first day and the evens the next day, something like that. And then we're going to go on the Wednesday with some probably composite shapes or circles and continue working towards a quiz on Friday, a quick quiz. Okay, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.